The three playoff games, which one was the toughest? 3 1-point wins?
Yeah,
They all had different sort
Yeah,
of, different sort of challenges. Which one was the hardest for you
No, I
guys?
think the standout for me was the French game, definitely the quarterfinals. I think just the build-up that whole week leading up to the game against France, we were public enemy number one from that Monday or from that Sunday. So everything, how we planned and how we trained indoors, because everyone was watching, and all the Rassi walking with the speaker to get us used to the national anthem and all the noise and all the crowd. So I think that build-up to the French game was special at the end of the day.
The intensity of that game.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was one of the great games. One of the great World Cup games.
And I think both of those quarterfinals, the Ireland-New Zealand game, same thing. I mean, those two games could have been World Cup finals. But the intensity and
should have been semi-finals.
Yeah, should have been. If the draw was...
And the quality of those games, it was just amazing. From the first minute all the way to the last, high quality games, great skill set, and it just ebbed and flowed throughout. Then they score, then we score, then this, then that, then the charge down. So many moments in that game that eventually, determined the result. It could so easily have been Ireland winning, France winning, and you kind of needed a bit of luck as well, eh?
But it didn't stop there for you, Browns, because you were then public enemy. It's not even number one. You were just public enemy. They got booed the next game against England, and the English game was the one that made me made me the most nervous, because I didn't know how we're going to recapture that energy. You've just gone through the French game, which was amazing, and the intensity there of now I've got a short turnaround, shorter week, and you've got to back it up against a team that doesn't play any rugby. So it's not like you're playing the All Blacks in the final, and the first time they touch the ball deep in the own half, they put up 10, 12, 15 phases, and you got the ability to go smash them, go get them. Peter Steftetoi, Ebenezer hit on Mohanga right in the beginning. I can't believe we haven't seen enough replays of that. It was an absolute beauty.
That set the standard there, that it.
But you get the energy off that. Now you play England, you don't get it. The difference between that and us, like we played England in the final, and England beat France in the semi, and even the English menus came out in Paris that week for us in the final. Everyone wanted us to beat England.
Back in 07.
Back in 07. We had no real support going through the pool stages and the quarter and the
French
semi.
They didn't want England to win also.
They didn't want England to win, They didn't want England to win in France. So like all of a sudden, the whole town, even the Eiffel Tower went green and gold. It was amazing for us in the final, but you guys never had it. All the energy had to come from within your group.
Semi-final and final. I remember warming up, and they go through the team sheet on the big screen, and literally every player from the South African team, when we went up, there was a massive boo going out, and that was semi-finals and finals. So, for us just to stick in our bubble, I think. But we spoke about it. I think if you know Rassi and Schalk like you guys do, they think about everything, and they bring in all scenarios that there is, and we knew what we were up against at that stage.
What was said halftime of the England game?
Sure, Shami? I can't actually remember that well. I've got a lot of stuff happened afterwards, trophy tours and all that stuff. So my few brain cells there. It's not here anymore.
My short term has gone. You know that you won the World Cup straight after. You remember?
No, I think the biggest thing that in the England game was their kicking game. We couldn't get into contest. Their bubble around the contestables was so good. We couldn't get into how we play and our defence, how we can get onto the front foot. I think that was the big chat at halftime, how to get around the good kicking game of England that put us under pressure.
We probably saw one of the great impact performances from Oxen Chair. From scrum. You hardly ever, a loose head prop almost turning out. Obviously it's a combination, there's the lock, the flanks, the hooker, but in terms of scrumming wise, you won't get many performances.
I scrum behind him, so
you were there, so you'll claim that.
So you 10%.
We'll give you 10%. Jean Schalk, a lot of people say we're lucky. What's your take on that, guys? 3 1-point wins, but
No, it's so hard to say that the Boks were lucky, because this group deserves it. You look at the teams we beat, 5 of the world top 6 to get there. It's the toughest route any team's ever had to win a World Cup, let alone back-to-back World Cups.
And it'll never happen again. With the draw, with
the draw.
We'll get a better draw next time, definitely.
Well, the next World Cup, we're going to 24 teams, so the intensity of your draw can't be... with the top 6 sides going to be spread out. If you took our pool where we played Scotland first game, that's the most important one, and then the intensity of that Irish game, yes, we could have had a result. Fair play to Ireland, they're a great side. Unfortunately for them, quarterfinal came back and knocked them out again. But I guess where the lucky part comes from is like so often we've been involved in World Cups, John, and you play so well. You take our quarterfinal against Australia back in 2011, and we come up 2 points short. This time for the Boks.
It's too soon, Schalk.
It's too soon. So
It's too soon. Let's not talk about that.
Like
It's
outside
too soon.
South Africa, I'm more comfortable. Not here, but like
It's too soon.
You look at the tightness of those games and certain calls that go your way, or Hanre Pollard's magnificent kick in the semi-final. Sometimes it's just your time. Things happen and goes your way. And the Boks had a lot of stuff roll their way in those big games. And whether that's through preparation or, is it divine intervention? Is it your time? We don't know. But you can't say they were lucky.